Hello and welcome in, everybody. Welcome in once again to another day, the start of the third week of our 2-year anniversary, or something along those lines. Let me get my mic closer and stuff like that. Let's not be shy, okay? Let's get close. Let's get close. Everybody, welcome back. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday before the start of the week. Depending if it's the start of the week for you or if it's already Monday over there, then congratulations, you're in the future. Somehow, come back to the future. Come back to the future. We got good music. At least I think we do, anyways. I'm just joking. My brain's just a little silly. I was up a little last night and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to go to bed at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Does anybody here in the US or other parts of the world happen to know what happens every spring at 2 a.m.? Does anybody know what happens at 2 a.m.? That's right. Daylight savings. So I got to watch the clock go from 1:59 in the morning to 3 a.m. And I'm just like, wait a second. Wait a second. Where did my 2 a.m. Oh no. So, yep, it's like, well, I done broke my sleep schedule, but I mean, daylight savings always breaks my sleep schedule, so it's not really a surprise in that. I just wasn't expecting it to break when, I was planning to be awake a bit earlier for the sake of the stream. But hey, it all worked out in the end. Got to talk to people, got to set up the mic, got to clean up a couple of things, got to crunch some numbers, got to crunch some values, got to make new goals and everything else. We got a couple of announcements to start with and stuff like that. So we'll be heading on to the over screen in just a second. The other screen. Let me try not to run over my English too much. I'm gonna turn on some music for background noise. I'm gonna start chugging a little bit more Monster because that's what I need in me today to wake me up inside, just like Evanescence. And first things first, let's do some roll call before I forget. Also, I heard that doll earlier, Leshy. I heard that throw. Zank was able to claim the first today. Congratulations on sniping that one. You're free to snipe it as many times as you want to. It's always fun to see who ends up getting it in the end, and from what I can tell, it's highly competitive. We have a speedy little Gonzalez who's pretty good at catching it, so just because you got it now and just because you got it today doesn't mean you might always get it. You never know when they'll be back. You never know when somebody might be a bit quicker to the draw than you. Welcome in Zank, and welcome in Illusion. Welcome in Jokers, and welcome in Callers. Hello, Leshy. Nice follow age as well over a year. Zane going well over 2 years now. Welcome in, Ashy, our adorable little Ala Fox. Welcome in. Let me see who else is down the list here. I think I see just about everybody that's at least talked, used an emote, or said something and whatnot, but yeah. I see somebody found an interesting use for the cat tail. I don't think that's my tail. At least, not that I remember. Welcome in, Rainy. How are you doing? Yeah, you're getting close to the 2-year mark as well. Holy shit. Man, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a little while since we last rolled out. Early days of Small Alive, Shira, Rengi, Rohi, all of them and stuff like that from back then. They're still around. They're still around. Everybody's just like kind of scattered and busy and stuff like that these days, but Small Alive is still, alive and up and about and stuff like that. Oh, you only have 14 more hours to actually clock in on it. I see that. I saw the 11th month and thought soon. I didn't even realize it said 30 days right next to it. Man, if I had just paid attention to that, it's just like, oh, it's, yeah. Literally 14 hours away from the 2-year mark. That's crazy. Let me in. Shake the door. Let me in. God, I love that meme way too much. So, let's cover some quick announcements and stuff like that, guys. Let's cover some quick announcements. I don't really have an order, so I'm going to try to go in the best order I can come up with. That way I don't forget about anything. we're going to start with the third page in the background because we want to announce some things that were met, and because everybody went in quick succession, we either didn't have enough time to talk about, or failed to mention, or they didn't have enough time on the screen to, be looked at, admired, and therefore I feel the need to recap not everything, but the things that probably got lost over the last couple of milestones. Stuff like the GTA 5 Chaos Mod playthrough did get greenlit. I need to find time to set that up, because I'll be honest, I forgot we hit that. I had the game downloaded, but I forgot to install the mod, because then we kind of spad through everything else, and I'm just like, oh, I should probably do that. Maybe tonight, tomorrow night, sometimes this week, because I would like to start that this week. That'd be really fun to play this week. And that'll be a full playthrough, so even if we don't finish it, because we're probably not going to have all that time to, do a full playthrough during the marathon timer. But afterwards, we'll be back. It will be part of our regular content until we get to the completion of it. So, the Vroid, custom Vroid model did get met. That'll be for V3, the lily over there. She'll, we'll eventually have a moving V3 Live 2D as well. That's still a work in progress, but hey, we're gonna try to get a custom Vroid done for that one. That way you have, an also expressive 3D that I can use in VC Face to play around with. And if I can talk to somebody for doing the conversion process, well, it might not have all the toggles in the world. We might be able to port that into VRChat as well. So, well, it won't be a full custom 3D model. I feel like we don't need one. I just need something to move around, express myself, and kind of paint myself with. As much as I like the Chief phones and whatnot, and we'll probably be using them as a main thing anyways, I see no harm in getting a little custom one done. So that goal was met. Can we perchance enjoy Lethal Company with the viewers? At some point, I would like to do more games with the viewers. We did some towards the beginning, then we got lost because we're like catching up with the redeemed content we've yet to meet. But at some point, maybe during the week, I would like to do Lethal again. I would like to boot that up, see what new mods are out, and, get back into re-enjoying it and stuff like that. So microphone issues more or less solved at this point as it was greenlit. Yep, new cable didn't solve everything perfectly, but it was such a huge difference that it basically was the magic silver bullet we needed. Me and a good friend, tested everything, tested a couple of ideas, based on suggestions, figuring out how the mic works properly, noticing the 48V button and the, multiples of 48,000 hertz and stuff like that. We were able to get things to sound well enough. Now, the only caveat is I'm one of those people, like, when I say, like, I watch streams, and if they're not an ASMR artist, I'll have the volume slider on the player anywhere from like 3 to 8%, unless they speak softly, or their volumes though, I'll turn them up. ASMR, I always notice you end up turning it up to like 50, 60, 70, and I'm just like, wait a second. So we got it to a point to where it's a little on the quiet side, but when I go and watch my own stuff, it makes sense that one would turn up the volume specifically for ASMR because it's always going to be soft-spoken anyways, but we don't want to introduce static just from the sake of oversensitive sound devices. So we got it working. When we do the ASMR content, people might have to increase the slider a bit, but I feel like, that'd be perfectly fine. Somebody should take your model, replace the Foxy in his FNAF 2 jump scare. This model, Live 2D, but in FNAF? That would be interesting. I don't know how that works, and it would probably have to be at least some kind of 3D modeled model, right? I think. It is an interesting idea, though. Let me take a drink of Monster real quickly. My lips get so chapped these days. Give me a second, guys. Oh yeah, one thing I have to mention, not too much of like an apology because it's kind of beyond my control. Twitch has probably done something to their servers or the East Coast internet companies and everything is just there's, a lack of bandwidth for lack of better words. So we're having to purposefully drop the quality of stream down to a cap of 720p because several people, from what I've noticed in the last 2 days, complain like I can't watch your stream. We don't have a quality setting, and the auto is still trying to force it in 1080p because that's how I encode and render it off to Twitch's servers. So in order to alleviate and facilitate multiple quality options, we have, for the foreseeable future, decided to cap our encoding at 720p. Hopefully that doesn't cause a big issue. I, funny enough, didn't even change the upload cap on the 6 kbs, 6,000, 6 megabyte upload. I left that alone. All I did was lower the encoding from 1080p 60 max to 720p 60 max. So if the quality is still just as good and it's just a lower encoding, then it almost feels like we cheated the system. But Twitch is I'd rather just watch in 1080p 60, I'll be honest. But we're doing what we can. We do what we can. You can be honest, I feel like it's dangerous to click on that one, but I guess we can give it a shot. Hell, I'll proofread it. Welcome in, Cheeky. How are you doing? Welcome on in.
Crazy Colors 5 asked me, what do you think of Twitch? You can be honest. Twitch? Oh, it's like a chaotic potion brewed with smug content creators, comfy chats, and smart entertainment. It's where the magic happens. Or something like that.
Hey!
Winks.
Wait, why the wait? I mean, you are winking in the image. Hey. Lily being drunk? No, not yet. At some point, maybe. It depends. There will have to be like one drinking stream before long, but we'll figure out when that'll be and go from there. Welcome in, Jen. How are you doing today? Vesta, we gotta go ball? Gotta go ball? What do you mean? Those last two things are not true. AI Lily is drunk. Oh, I see what you meant. I see what you meant. You mean where the magic happens and then the smart entertainment? The smart entertainment part? Chaotic, I
Rainy
agree. Smug, I
Daces
agree.
asked me, aw, damn, I messed up. We gotta go bald. What the fluff? Going bald? No way. I'd rather brew a potion to fix that.
I mean, I probably won't.
Let's keep those luscious locks intact. Chat would riot without your fabulous hair.
I don't want you guys to be bald unless you want to be bald, have to be bald, enjoy being bald, As long as bald is comfy, or you like the hair you have, then let's accept whether we're bald, balding, not bald, or whatever it happens to be. We have a head, we have a scalp, let's embrace it. And whatever happens to be on top of it is a bonus, a benefit, and to some people, their pride and joy. Thank you for the head pats. Where's the smug content creators? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't see one. Anyways. So, that was another announcement. So, let's see. Let me open my list to see if there's anything else to bring up. We talked about those two that got met and whatnot. Oh, yeah. We didn't even mention, because, this one went really fast to the point I didn't even get to mention it. I've not even talked about, what the idea behind V5 was. Let's recap a little bit, because we still have V4 to be worked on as well. So V4 and V5, you guys know, ever since V2, V3, I like to work with my lilies in kind of a set. The exception to this, of course, is Origin Story Lily. And, she's going to have her own versions and whatnot. Should I ever get around to developing that lore, content, story, webcomic, whatever, V1, as we know her, is not like V2, V3. She exists as the hub Lily. You can even call her closer to the origin, the control center, or, the Lily that houses all canonical and non-canonical knowledge, memories, and stuff like that. V2, V3, starting with V2, are, the Lily series of non-canonical mishap. That's where, Alchemist comes from. That's where Idol comes from. I don't even know what number or letter or whatever we're going to do for the furry versions, because obviously there is the kimono furry version of V1. I'll figure out a pattern for that one, because technically the furry versions exist regardless if it's V1, V2, V3. Probably not the origin story, but, in a non-canonical way, we could probably make that happen too. So V4 was lit, I think, previously. It's just I kind of expanded onto it, because back then it was meant to just be a designing thing. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to put more time into drawing, if I can cope with drawing. You guys know the story behind that already. I won't reiterate it too much. However, if I can't even do the bare bone sketches and concepts, the plan is now, as will be with V5. I can still work on some of the things I can, concept art, sketches, and whatnot. I won't be finalizing the sheets and stuff myself, but I've changed the old V4 one into I will go forward with getting it designed or having somebody design it and work on the reference sheets. So bare minimum, V4 does have a reference sheet to be worked on in the future. Additionally, as of this stream, so does V5. So let's talk a little bit about why V4 kind of waited on V5 and what the story behind both is, if nobody remembers too much about V4. As we mentioned with V4, we're going to be experimenting with a slightly smaller version, a bit of a younger version, if you will. Because I don't think I've talked about Origin Lily too much, but there's 3 major arcs. 3 major arcs. And V1 is kind of based on mid-arc Lily. So, kind of in between being a little bit more mature or being a bit younger as she starts off in the origin story. So V4 and V5 were meant to be a pair that all shared the same body, proportions, development, look, whatever you want to call it. I can't think of the right word. I don't think she'll ever look granny. But I mean, she's kind of a lollibaba already. So I mean, I don't think she's ever gonna age to that point. And technically that would kind of go against her lore for Phoenix and other parallel story reasons. We'll have to do a full lore dive at some point in the future, we really will. Maybe the new 5,000 goal, which I'll talk about why it's a new 5,000 goal at the end. Maybe I'll hire somebody to get help. We'll do a, what is it called? A boot, a pilot webcomic. You have somebody work on a short couple of page webcomic that's to serve as even shorter than a one-shot, just as a little teaser, a bonus, or a what could be if we ever did do a full webcomic series for Lily's origin story. So yeah, basically small Lily will be featured for V4 and V5. As we talked about, I think during the previous marathon, V4 was meant to be Summer Lily. So it's going to be a swimsuit or water, beach kind of styled theme. And while we're still kind of thinking out the specifics, the ideas that already kind of had set in stone in my head was something like an aquatic gunner. And I need to find how I'm gonna bend her character based on that, type of lore. What I mean is, you guys know Lily's fire user. Kind of. So water is how am I gonna take that concept? It's like, well, I like just seeing, you know, those little cheap little water guns that you get for like pool parties and stuff like, right? It's like, can I design them as like a kind of functional weapon? And it's like, well, if it's water and she's fire type, how do I explain why she uses water, or how can she use water? Why would she need to use water? So like, those are the little questions that I like to build my stories behind. It's almost as if I like to introduce an idea, a problem, and then the lily that results from those two things is, you know, the concept of V4, V5, V whatever. I don't think I've even talked too much about V2 or V3 since then. We'll do that later. Just know that both of them, including V4 and V5, usually do start with her falling out of the sky into another parallel universe, dimension, world, something along those lines, and shenanigans. Something major happens. She once again either has a mission, has something she has to do, develops a new power, new mindset, maybe personality to an extent. Pressurized water gun. I was thinking of doing it like a heat-based system or a converter that turns it into like maybe not just water pressure, but like almost as in some sort of heat and water crossover. Or I'd really have to spend more time thinking on it, but that's just the extra. The weapon part's always the extra, but it'll be featuring some kind of swimsuit. And I forget if we ever decided on like two-piece with shorts, one piece. So when we get into that, like before I go on to like pitch the idea, I at least want to take one crack at a drawing stream in the future, where we at least, as like a community on stream, like, okay, what I get ideas, like, of these ideas, which guys do you think looks the best, would think the best? Do you want to see the most? I might make a couple of quick sketches, put up a few concepts, and like, this could work, that could work. Basically, you guys will give me input. I'll see if I can make something work, make something click, and whatever I can come up with, use that as a basis or reference material, talk to another designer to have worked on, and then from there have the design finished. And did the stream just disconnect, or Twitch being weird? I guess Stream Elements was just late today. Like, my brain does feel a little trippy, but when the stream trips out for me, it's kind of like, am I actually tripping, or are things tripping me up? I swear, things like that they don't make me paranoid, but it makes me question. So, Steam Gun, maybe. There's all sorts of ideas, because we can bend logic a little bit. It doesn't have to be completely sensical, but I want to like avoid pure high fantasy. And by that I mean like hurls water at you, you take damage, kind of. That don't make too sense. A lot of Lily's origin story is rooted in like low fantasy stuff. There has to be physics, laws of nature, elements, combustion, all stuff like that. Chemistry has to be a part of the logic. The only caveat, the only contradiction is that yes, there will be parallel universes that go against that. So, well, it's not a requirement. That's usually where I like to start. Why do I say this? Because V2 is one of those exceptions. The Alchemist, and I guess the abilities of the Alchemist, are inspired by the Atelier series. If anybody has played an Atelier series game, you will know that you can basically create anything from literally anything, to the point it's kind of like, what? I can mix these small materials, boom, it's a spiky bomb. Oh, it's a water bomb, and I'm just like, water bomb. And it's just like, I can make an item that makes somebody come back to life or revives them in the party, or makes a android or a homunculus, and I was just like, okay, that's high fantasy. That's high fantasy, but I will try to use as many low fantasy elements in it as I can. The stream's still on. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. It's just I can't control Twitch. Twitch will be Twitch, and Twitch will be Twitch. We'll do whatever we can afterwards. So V4 will be based around the idea of water theme swimsuit, maybe Gunner. And as far as the hairstyle, I think we did vote on doing a traditional twin tail. And I think we didn't decide whether we wanted high twin or low twin just yet. But I'm thinking low twin. However, until we start making the first couple of like sketches and concept designs, we'll wait on that one. So now let's talk about V5. Now that V5 is greenlit, I may have hinted at this a little bit, and some of you might remember, but I guess within the last couple of months, you guys have known that I've gotten a little bit more teasy, maybe just a little more bratty, or just maybe in a slight kind of way sadistic, just not, you know, overly sadistic or traditionally sadistic, just like I like to push, you know, kind of in a, maybe not yandere, but basically a mix between chaos or blood princess design. Maybe not full-on vampire. I haven't got to that just yet, but it's going to be a twist on a whole... She, like in this parallel universe, it's definitely a darker themed, not really Halloween kind of world. And she comes crashing down from, I guess, V1's perspective in this case. That's kind of how it starts, the Hub Lily. And her universe, she has a habit of falling into portals or getting, you know, sucked into another dimension. And because that creates different timelines, possibilities, that's where V2, V3, V4, and so forth come into play. That's also where the furry version comes into play, but that's also why I can't just say, well, it's V1 furry. It's like, yes, but no, because she technically has her own story, her own world, i.e. the Beast World. So V5, Dark World, comes crashing in, and what has it? Lands headfirst into a seal that was meant to lock down like some sort of demonic prince, princess, overlord, demon lord, whatever. And not just unsealing it, but like kind of like killing them or crushing the coffin or their source of power and everything. So think of a lot of these stories as in Lily kind of comes into another parallel universe and she's kind of half dead. You could even say she dies on impact, which would not be out of the question for, you know, the origin story and other things. So if you guys know a little bit about origin stories, Phoenix and the soul binding and stuff like that, I replicate that a lot in the other lilies. So you could say like V2 may have like the heart of an alchemist, V3 might have the spirit of an idol. So there's always kind of a two minds in one body scenario at play. And how much they dictate the outward personality, if they're split at all, can they speak for themselves? That's stuff that's to be developed and still kind of up in the air right now. In Origin Lily, kind of all scenarios exist. I'll say that. You do get a bit of Phoenix, you do get a bit of Lily, and in some interesting situations, you do get, you know, a little bit of possession going on, and I swear I'm gonna have to explain that later, so I promise sometime after the marathon, I'll get ready to do a deep lore dive on Lily, just like the old times. So V5 will be a bit of a darker theme, might even feature some red eyes going on, we'll have to see. But it definitely it's me wanting to play a little bit more on my, I guess, haughtier side. Or like slightly evil, maybe even a yandere twist to it. So that's the theme. V5 is going to be very different. But I need to find a way to keep, you know, the proportions from V4 to V5 on the same page to kind of make that work. Gonna need a full-blown list, probably. I'm a lore nut, and for me, I definitely need to get things concrete, written down. That way I don't like, oh, but what if I want to do this? What do I want to do? What if I want to do that? Like, I'm already like thinking of ideas before I can even say like a finalized idea. That's why I sound kind of sporadic. But yeah, that's V5 for you. That'll be V5 for you. V4, V5, that project will get worked on sometime this year. I don't know how long it'll take to get the design done and then the commission done, because if people know artists we know, and maybe even artists that we don't know, but artists as a whole, it's been kind of slow over the last year or two. I know COVID slowed things down a couple years back, but it kind of feels like ever since then, the pacing, the workflow, and people's lives are, you know, it's not just artists, but it's like everybody is experiencing some kind of slowdown, and everything's taking a bit longer on like a larger scale. Because there's still one commission that I have owed from like, I think it was last year. I think my anniversary stream, Ryan had an idea that got greenlit for the Lily and Sucrose crossover cosplay idea. And the artist that I pitched it to is, you know, delay, okay, maybe next month, maybe this month. And I'm just like, after a year, it's like part of me is like, I really want to work with this artist for this idea because I think they'd be perfect. But it's also like, I might just have to get another artist and cut my losses, because for me, I don't mind waiting, but I do hate making other people wait on me. Especially if it feels like it's something that I have the responsibility to, you know, make happen. So I don't forget about any of these redeems, trust me, but things happen beyond my control as well, beyond the artist's control, and it's just a shitty situation. But it is what it is, so we'll get to that. So what else do we have to look forward to now that I've talked about all those? Right, we can talk about the main changes to page 3. Because I was catching up on all the redeems from page 2 that we didn't really get to talk about too much just yet. Also, welcome in, Karif. I almost forgot to say hi. The passing over here is all out of whack. Sometimes everything is slow, and another moment is we need it done yesterday. And I don't like to rush. I don't like the pressure. You know, it's because once you work as an artist, maybe it does give me a bit of a bias, but still, as a respect for people, it's just, I know that the best stuff is 90% patience, but never 100%. Some things you could wait all your life on, and it might not make a difference. However, I see no reason in like giving a bit more leeway if the final product, which, you know, usually ends up being better because you gave them the time to explore their artistic freedom, not just on your project, but on everybody else's projects. It's when you speed up an artist, you pressure an artist, they get overwhelmed, their quality suffers, their mental health suffers, their passion suffers, and it might even lead some artists to stop working entirely. Trust me. My reasons for stopping were completely different, but any added pressure onto what pressure the artist already has is, you know, will always be a problem. So let's talk about page 3, because now we're changing things up. As I mentioned last time, because I really didn't know if we're going to get into page 3, and if we did, I'd want to talk about more things we can do, or if people want things to get replaced, moved. I'm very open to suggestion on not just the additional incentives, but the major incentives on the list as well. What do I mean by major and other additional incentives? We are adding a smaller incentive that we'll decide on as a group, a community, maybe just by word of mouth suggestion. Every 125 going towards 4,000, 5,000, however many we go on beyond. Don't go out and do it. I'm not saying do it and then we'll get this. I'm just saying if it happens, I'm doing more as a bonus. Because that's just my way of giving back, having fun, and using what's put into the stream to have fun with, you know, everybody putting into the stream. That's just how I feel. That, you know, I know I can do more. I know I can do better, and that's what I plan to do. So, for example, this would include 2875 because we're already past that. So, I think Sova was the one who mentioned or suggested, like, you know, we didn't do a drinking VR chat night or like sleepover kind of style stream at all this marathon. I'm just like, yeah, that was an incentive for last year. How about I make that for 2875? It was a good idea. So even just a simple suggestion that comes up, that's perfectly fine, especially if it's in my ability to do so. So that's what's going to be planned one night this week. I don't know when exactly, but it will get planned. Also, what has already been planned is Drunk ASMR night. Now, I don't know when that's going to be. Maybe tomorrow. It really depends. If people would really want it sooner than later, feel free to let me know. However, the reason we can't do it tonight is because tonight is going to be the first night with the 3DO mic. The 3DO mic is ready to go. Cables are good. All the software setup, filters, gain filters, low cut, high cut, 48V, everything has been tested to, you know, to as complete as we can get. Obviously, there's probably some more rooms to do even better with it when we, you know, maybe talk about it with a professional. But it's significantly better than last time. And as, you know, a person who I was working with told me, it actually sounds like my voice again. Because it did not sound that way when we tried to test it on stream. It didn't sound anything like me, and it really hit me in a bad way. But no, ASMR mic will happen tonight, which means after tonight, as early as Monday night, if people would want to see the ASMR drinking session, however that's gonna handle, just think of it as drunk ASMRist. Drunk ASMRist. That can happen tomorrow night. And if everybody's just like open to any night it works out, we'll figure out a schedule, which I'm gonna do anyways. It's just if I know somebody wants something sooner, just let me know. Because we got a plan for the drinking sleepover, VR chat. We gotta do drunk ASMR at night. If we have any more drinkings going on, then we might even have to get some more alcohol. I still yet to make a trip to pick up some booze, but I'm pretty sure I can make 2 drunk sessions off of the bourbon and the mudslide that we got, so that's not going to be too big of a deal. So, let's see. We're changing around the major milestones. So, in addition to the additional ones, and here's why. Here's why. One, the amount of support that's gone into the stream has been very shocking, significant, to the point that like when I start to like think about it, what we can do for it, I almost start to break down in tears because it's been that much of an impact, significant, and just kind of like, you know, a bit of a, I mean, there's happiness going on, and I can't explain like all my emotions just yet. You will get that, especially during the recap, because we're gonna do a big old speech when, I guess, around the last hour. I don't know if I want to do it on Friday and just kind of be like, okay, we're gonna at least do it on Friday, or go from there. But like, there will be a speech, and I'll explain everything as far as that goes. But just know, I really do love you guys. I appreciate all the support, and I plan to do everything I can to give, like, you know, even more back. Anything that I'm able to do. And of course, I'm not pressuring myself. I'm not saying I have to do it or I'm going to be mean to myself. No. I'm going to treat myself nice. I'm going to treat you guys nice and give you even more of, like, you know, what you want and what you get out of me. Welcome in, Verde. Vera's Leviathan. How are you doing? So, why are we changing it around? I immediately went off on a tangent. Basically, the goal I had in there is a goal I really want to see met. It's, you know, something I'd really like to get done, and it's kind of like explaining what it is the weird. Does anybody know who Furkendo is? If you know, just think of kimono, NSF artist, animation, live 2D, voice acting, full package. Very, very, very cute stuff. And that was like that's my dream goal for this year. And now I'm just like, yeah, I'm shocked that we made it this far, and I'm just like, I'll find a way to fit it in. I'm moving our 5,000 final goal from 5 to 4,000. So if we manage to get up to 4,000, then we meet that goal early. If we go beyond it, I'll figure out what else we can do. I'll be like willing to give you guys the world if we go beyond that. But that's the goal. Because I thought about other possibilities. Should I just put it on throne? Should I go get a quote? And I'm just like, no, just move the goalpost forward, and I'll take whatever responsibilities comes with doing it early. Because I really want to get it done, and I think other people would want to get it done too. We've even talked about it with a couple of people and stuff like that. And of course, the raw idea and stuff like that goes into it, even that's kind of like open-ended and stuff. Like, I have a general idea for it, but I'm still pretty open to, the overall composition for that. All I'm going to say is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Perkendo. But do advise R18 caution for their content. Also, in case you don't know how to spell it, I apologize. I forgot the one thing was covering the lower half of the picture. So now let's talk about how have I shuffled this around. If I had more time and I had thought about it sooner, I would have corrected this already. And I'll do that again, either tonight, tomorrow when I get up, during our breakfast and stuff like that, just so you guys have a proper representation instead of a verbal blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean. I don't want to bore you guys to death, but it does feel like I'm going, It's like, you did this at the beginning of the stream. Why are you talking? It's like, no. It's important. It's important. Therefore, just be a little patient. I promise Arceus is coming up really soon. ASMR is coming up really soon. And all the stuff that I'm talking about might sound boring on paper. And I don't mind if you tune out until then, trust me. You guys will get the good parts of the verbage later. Welcome in, Tien. How's the Pilo doing? Welcome in, Tien Daki. How are you doing? Happy Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, whatever time it happens to be for you. Welcome on in. How is the Pilo? We are almost done, but we're like, kind of powering through a couple of announcements and stuff like so. Our announcements. We're on the last bit, and I still need to keep chugging monsters so my brain stops feeling like it's slow. So, as I've said, the Furkendo goal has been moved from 5 to 4. Now, because of other shenanigans, you guys might remember that our chat suggested games to be played all day was moved forward to make up for other shenanigans that led to another shenanigan, and TLDR, cosplay goal number 1 got met, voted, finds out the Hua Hua cosplay is not even in production, and some demo products are out there, but it is it's going to be a 4 or 5 month wait before we even know what the final product looks like, how much it's going to cost. However, when that happens, I've already decided I'm paying for it. That was my mistake. I will get it ordered and do the photos when it happens, whenever it happens, and that'll probably be later this year. And in exchange, I'll go ahead and get the Sucrose one, even though it wasn't the most voted one. It was really hard to turn down one that's already in production, in clearance, because they're trying to clean warehouse, on a discount, even though the full set was nearly $180. But it does come with, the outfit is very high quality. It was labeled under their SSR tier. So I still think, even if it's not the winner, it's, something that has been talked about, something I've wanted to do, and, we're going to make that work out. Now, I also thought to myself, well, we just need to do 1 cosplay, not 2. As much as I'd like to do 2, we still need to gauge, does this even work out? Does it look good? Do people enjoy having like a partial cosplay stream while taking a couple of photos of the cosplay, stuff like that? So I was like, okay, we need to scratch that. And it's like, well, page 3 has a pretty good option that's more user interactive and just, you know, fun to do with you guys. So I was like, let me move the chat suggested games forward to make up for that. And then we blasted all the way to the page 3, and I'm just like, wait a second. Now we have a gap. And if you guys noticed, unless I've already corrected it, there's a bunch of question marks at 3,000 right now. 3,000 has been filled. I'll correct that after we talk about it. And in case anybody's like, when are you going to be done talking? When are we going to get to Pokemon? When are we get to ASMR? It's just like 15 minutes, probably. I think I should be done with the verbal montage in about 15 minutes. I'm sorry for anybody that did, like, you know, just want to get to the game. I promise we're getting there. We'll be getting there a lot because, guys, I'm going to end up selling my soul to this video game. Arceus took me by surprise on a lot of, you know, expectations. And I promise we will get back to Heart Gold. But right now, Foxy needs her Pokemon game. Anyways, where's my milestone? So this is the new order as follows. And I'll even offer an additional caveat in just a second. At 3,000, we are moving forward the Bean Boozled incentive. And because I don't know which version you guys want, which type you want, when that happens, I will ask for chat suggestion. You will, like, we're going to decide on which Amazon listing is best to get for this, how you want me to do it. Do you want me to do it every you laugh, you lose? Do you want me to play a game every time I die? You guys really get to pick my fate with the Bean Boozled once it gets hit. That's how that one's going to work. Now, 3250, we're going to leave it alone as our mascot design and ref sheet commission. There will be Lily mascot. I'm thinking some kind of small little fluffy animal. I don't know the specifics just yet, but that's something I want you guys to have a very close, like, you know, input with me to get that designed, worked on, and that will be a permanent part of, you know, the stream, the community, and our lore. Now, because somebody I know was very interested in the hot ones, I was like, well, if we're moving the Furkendo thing forward, then that means I also need to move the hot ones forward instead of moving it backwards, because then I'd feel bad. I didn't want to move anything backwards, so I've tried to avoid doing that. Also, welcome in, Maru! I'm doing amazing. I'm doing great. I'm kind of a little all over the place. But, like, we're getting Monster. We're catching up on the announcements for the stream going forward because it felt important to do, not just because it was important to do, but, like, we're literally starting the 3rd week. This is the perfect time to do a miniature announcement session. But I'm glad to see you. How are you doing? Thank you for asking, by the way. So, the Hot Ones Hot Sauce Gauntlet, we're going to move that forward to 3,500. So, to recap, Bean Boozled will be moved forward to 3,000 to take place of something that's missing. And to take place of the Bean Boozled will be the Hot Ones. And then the chat based crowd control game that's still at 3,750. As I've said, our Furkendo finale goal, final goal, big goal is going to be moved forward from 5,000 to 4,000. Everything else afterwards is the same, except 5,000. I have no fucking clue. Guys, we're not hitting 5,000. If we do, then we do hit 5,000. It's just, no pressure, no expectations, just kind of, if someone's like, we'll get there, it's just like, please tell me what you want. Please tell me what you want, and I'll move heaven and earth for you. It just, I honestly would not know what to put there if we made it there. But, yeah. Now, I will also go forward to say, if there are things on the list that are people like, well, I have a better idea. or I don't like that idea and I do have a better idea, feel free to poke me. Shoot me a DM, hit me up in chat, on Discord, however you best want to reach me, and we'll take care of it from there. Because I'm like, well, maybe people don't want to see FNAF. Well, maybe people don't want to see a day of League of Legends. Or I don't want to see the charity stream, even though I didn't end up planning it on my own anyways. Yeah. You guys would be more than welcome to give me ideas. You're good? Just came back from work? Sweet. Nice, 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 nice. Glad to see you get home for the weekend and stuff like that. So that was the other little thing I was talking about, like, if people didn't want to see this or that, you'd be welcome to suggest. I'm open to suggestion just because this is, this has gone above and beyond my expectations, and I'd want to do more if people would have their own expectations for me to either meet or go beyond as well. Aside from that, I think we're all caught up. I think we're actually all caught up. Now, other redeems that have been met and be yet to be done. Voting on the animated emote, that poll will take place on Discord. However, either tomorrow or one day this week, we will talk about it and we'll do like a suggestion. We'll take suggestions, see what people think are like best. We'll spin a wheel. We'll take like the best 5, 6, or whatever. If you guys can reach an unanimous conclusion, we might not even have to poll it on Discord. But we'll take, some input suggestions. We'll vote on it in Discord, and that will be the new animated emote for that one. The cursed ASMR session for an hour that you guys will get to vote on will probably be voted on maybe tomorrow, because I would want the voting to take place after we've done our first 3DO test, just so people might have more of an idea, or have a chance to have more ideas after they see what it sounds like. Karaoke with chat request, sometime after midnight, maybe on Friday. Could be a way to close out the stream, could be a way to close out the speech on Friday, not necessarily the stream, that one was just weird. But that's everything that I could see on the list that's been yet to be explained, has been explained, and we'll go from there. Also, I have Throne listed on my document. I forget what that is, but after being in VR chat last night, I kind of think, were people just asking me to get like more clothes and take more photos? I think the way I was going to handle that is I don't want to put listings on Throne, be like, whoever gets me this gets photos, is like, that doesn't sound the comfiest idea. I would just be like, if people want photos and are willing to get it, I'll make the listing, but, everybody would get the photos if I'm comfortable taking the photos of whatever is being worn. That's how I'll do that. So, those suggestions can be suggested if anybody has suggestions. Other than that, I think we're finally caught up. Thank you for the good stream wishes. Have some good food. Have a good rest. Whatever you need to do and whatnot. And we'll see you when you get back. Okay, Maru? Welcome on in and have some good food. We'll see you when you get back. Later, whenever that happens to be. Now that we're finally done with this, let's begin the stream. We're going to get over to Pokemon in just a little bit. As you guys may have noticed, we have finally updated the squad counter. I've also taken time to recalculate the amount that we're at, the exact amount of the milestones, which, funny enough, without rounding, because I rounded too much when I would go to like, oh, how much are we adding to this one? Because you guys know I don't put cents on this. So previously it said 29.08. I apparently rounded up so much that we were plus $8 that didn't exist. I'm just kind of like, I need to stop doing that. So I've also reorganized a lot of my values and stuff in my document so that when I do crunch a number, I would round up no more than $1 at a time, and it would be recalculated every time I have to do that again. It's just so much happened a day or two ago to the point like my brain is like fried and can't remember what day that was. But I definitely, lost track of stuff. I also have added something else to the stream. The indication that how much time we've spent uptime on the stream, because like I wanted to do that from the beginning, but I just didn't have a way to automate it or find like a good way to stylize it. And I'm just like, you're well over 250 hours now, and I'm just like, I'm what? And I'm just like, well, how about this? We won't add a separate timer that counts upwards, but I'll keep track after every like big milestone. Like, we've been live with the event for over 250 hours. We've been live for over 300 hours, 400, whatever happens. I'm gonna update that like every 25 or 50 hours, just so we can look back on it and be like, wow, this was our biggest anniversary yet. Guys, if you guys remember last year, we did almost 2 weeks of marathoning. And that didn't account like for a 3 or 4 day resting period. So out of a 2-week marathon, it was like 10 days-ish. We're 15 days in. There was 1 full day off. We've taken a half day. Twitch cucked us out of 1 day, so I might need to rethink that idea and just say, okay, it's actually day 16. Go back to the original. I'm gonna change that, because this would be the 16th day. The reason I had it behind 1 was because we were behind a full day, and now that we're, we've taken smaller days because of Twitch, because of me taking a break or other shenanigans, we need to go back just to saying how many days has it been since we started the fucking anniversary. So we're calling today day 16 now. But if we want raw hours, breaks included, we're going over 11 days, in all honesty. And that is still longer than last year's anniversary marathon. And I'm pretty happy for that. I'm pretty excited. And just happy to be able to spend these memories with you guys again. Maybe we just need to sit down sometime when we're eating, taking a break. Because one thing we did a lot of last year was we just woke up and started watching food ASMR. And I think maybe the reason I get just a bit more tired here and there this time is because I've been more active. I've spent more time doing than just sitting, watching, and, lightly chatting. But it's also because there's a lot more of you guys now. And you guys make it so much fun that I want to have fun. And by God damn it, we're going to keep having fun. So thank you guys for being here. Because man, do I like to chat. And I like having people to chat with. The community has grown. And I am, you guys are like my little prides and joys. My community is growing and I love each and every one of you little fluffies. Burgers and anime? I feel like there might be like an anime or two that's actually in public domain. Like, I really need to look this up sometime. But I've seen a streamer do it, and I'm pretty sure it is okay just because they watched the whole season while they were catching shinies. They were a big streamer. It's not like they're gonna get slapped on the wrist and then, come back, do it again, get slapped. No, they streamed the entire Indigo season of Pokemon. I'm just like, that would be a fun rewatch just to have in the background. But I need to look up to see if 4Kids Pokemon's Indigo League was public domain now or not, or how they got away with doing that. But yeah, burgers and anime. I would love a burger. I would love a good old burger. Streamer gonna keep the anniversary for a whole year? I'm down for anything. I am down for anything. So that's something else I need to talk about, actually, because I almost forgot. These things were always meant to be uncapped. And it was kind of like, it's uncapped because anything can happen. However, there's never really an intention that it would be uncapped because it would always be going, because it would be, realistic or practical or logical to believe that it would, continue to keep going as a forever never-ending uncapped thing. So I was like, well, we're going into 16 days. If I was to place a cap, a realistic cap, that is still kind of hard to imagine ever getting hit. Also for the sake of incentives, people going for rankings, I don't want it like to go on forever and be like, well, keep giving money to get the rank. No, I don't want this to turn into a PvP thing. It kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, me giving back and being, you know, responsible for both myself, people, and you know what I mean. So I'm thinking 30 days. We might cap at 30 days. And I think I'm going to go ahead and say, instead of uncapped, we can officially say we will cap at 30 days. I will throw one caveat. I will throw one exception to this. The incentives for, you know, top supporters, stuff like that, that will end at the end of 30 days or with the event should the timer elapse. The milestones, those I can keep open. If we get more people like, hey, is this still a thing if I was to like support like a month or two later? It's like, yeah. If that's okay to you, if you like want to sponsor that, it's like, I'll do it. You know? So that's one idea. And then if somebody's like, but I really wanted to be uncapped, I want you to go for more than a month. And I'm just like, are you okay with that though? Like, are you saying that as you'd be somebody who'd be willing to sponsor the act of going beyond that financially? And it's like, if they're saying yes, I'm just like, I'll create that space for you. If that's what you want from me and you're willing to support the stream for that reason, and, you know, I'd be more than happy to go past the 30 days. But that would be an exception. So what we're saying is basically we're going to cap everything at 30 days unless somebody is like, no, I have reason, I have the means, you will go past 30 days. Unless something like that happens, then I'm going to put in a cap, and realistically, I don't think we're going to get to that cap. And that's not something I feel bad about. That's me being realistic. It's like, guys, 30 minutes or 30 days is a pretty big session. That's a month of consecutive streaming, marathon style. That is a 12th of a year. That is 30 out of 365 days. I think that's a realistic cap. If anybody has a problem, suggestion, anything to say about that, I'm welcome. I'm open to suggestion. I'm open to debate. I'm here for you guys. That's the one thing I always want to stress. I'm here for you. As much as you're here for me, I'm here for you guys too. So, okay. I really think we're done with the announcements now. I'm sorry for having to include one more. We're 5 minutes over the hour. So, let me bring up Brave. Because you guys know, marathons include wheel spins. I've recalculated them, and we still have several to go through. One of them will be back on Tuesday. If anybody remembered last night and just happened to be around for it, we landed on the Mac and Cheese Cheetos edition. We fucked up. To clarify, we cooked the pasta, and we didn't strain the pasta. We left the bowl full of all the pasta water, dumped the cheese package, dumped the milk, dumped the butter, stirred it up, and just like, wait a second, are we making soup? Oh, no. We fucking made a water pasta. We didn't make pasta. We made a watery, soupy, experimental mess. It was a mistake. It was a mistake, and a legendary memory of just how much of a dumbass I can be sometimes. So, if anybody also remembers, we have ordered a 12-pack of the Hot Cheetos mac and cheese, because instead of for $3 a box at the local grocery store, apparently Amazon, you can get 12 assorted boxes for about $18. Or I don't know why, and it's to our benefit. You can get 12 boxes of the hot and spicy Cheetos mac and cheese. 12 for $10. Less than $1 a box versus $3 a box at the grocery store. We can't fund the streamer for a year? Hey, TN. All I'm saying is somebody is like, I'm a millionaire. I want you to go for a full year. I would be like, aneurysm? Brain hurts? Can I even do that? Would I last? I'd be like, I accept your challenge. But like, if nobody does that, then that's what I'm saying. I'm putting in a rule that is able to be broken if somebody shatters our reality. But unless somebody has a reality marble, I don't think I'm gonna be able to see any differently. So, let me get a extra mark onto our counter. Let's spin this sucker, and let's get into Arceus. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the music here. Unless we need to pull it up for some other reason. Colors, are you in the chat? Colors, are you in the chat? This was your suggestion. And this is something I need help with, guys. We were recommended garlic cloves. So I'm pretty sure this was Color's suggestion. And I was like, okay, next time I'm in the grocery store, when we pick up new supplies and stuff like that, I'll get some garlic. But when I got the garlic, I'm just like, I was expecting them to be like, soft little things you can cut. The thing's skin is kind of like flaky, and I don't know if it's more like an onion, or I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the garlic. Do I just cut a chunk of it? Is it safe to do that? Do I need to boil these? Colors, if you're out there, we hit your redeem. Please let me know how you want us to prepare and taste or cut and eat one of these cloves. Yeah. Aisle 9? Aisle 9? Clover's looking for colors. So, I'm going to go ahead and spin again, but I'm going to go ahead and go onto Discord, and I use my authority to ping colors for help. What do you want me to do with this, or what do I need to do with the raw garlic bulbs? And we'll go from there. Don't die? I'll try not to die. I mean, like I said, I'll try not to. We're all mortal. We all die one day, but I'm not going to try to die any sooner. You know? So, when Colors lets us know, we'll get back to that. Oh, right. Not only that, but, oh! We've not pulled this out in a while. Guys, you have a choice here. Do you want me to pull out the OG model just as the OG model? Or do you want me to bring 1.0 Lily right next to me? Do you want her with me, or do you want her and just her? 0.1? What the hell? The funny thing is, the concept of a 0.1 exists, but there's not a live 2D of it. That was Lily before she became the Lily she is now. That would need some explaining, and I don't think I even have any pictures of her because I lost that hard drive, unfortunately. You want that untouched draft. Untouched draft. Huh? Explain. Interestingly, like, I'm interested and, like, need context, need explanation. What are you implying? What is it you want? And does it interest me? Would it interest me? Like, what do you mean? A draft is the step before a sketch. So do you mean a literal one, or like what she looked like before then? Or I'm so confused. What translate this for me? What is it you want as 0.1? What does that imply? If nobody has a suggestion on this, then I might just bring her next to me. That way I don't have to worry about moving assets, rebooting assets, messing with VBridger's settings to get the auto model to look correctly. No, I'm still open to your suggestion, though. I know you're probably talking shit, but if you had a serious suggestion, idea, or desire, I was like, my ears are open. My ears are open. I can easily handle like other suggestions or, whatever would be implied. But a draft generally does mean ideas that we're throwing around before one does the sketch of that idea. Yeah. So it'd be like, there's another word for sketch. It's like, or draft. It's like the undersketch or something like that. Camera? Hold on. VTube Studio doesn't like this. Oh no. VBridger? I'm gonna disconnect VBridger from VTube Studio. Because VBridger was working, it froze there for a second, but it's not lagging. So if something's wrong, it'd be my phone. It's not doing it anymore. I think somehow like opening the model caused it to be weird. So I'm gonna I do not want it pinned to the model. I don't know when I turned that on by accident for second models, but that would easily have caused it. That would easily have caused that to become a thing. Also, we're technically the same height as V1. Because V1 is also based off the, whatchamacallit. What's it called again? The middle arc of origin stories stuff. Suppose there'd be another name for it? Yeah. But yeah. So, I guess, like, the way to kind of translate that in a weird way is, her previous design, what would point one Lily look like? And to me, that was Lily before the VTuber redesign or the 1.0 V1 Lily. So anything before V1 Lily would be what that would compromise of. So 20 minutes on the clock. Also, I'm sorry for the dead air because I forgot. Foobar, come back. Foobar, come back. Foobar, come back. We're going to get ready to switch back to Arceus in just a moment. But before then, I want to push our squat counter because now that I've recalculated it again, we still owe about 440 squats. And those must be done before the timer elapses. So, let me turn my mic to the side. Let me grab a drink of water. And we're gonna get to exercising. I will say I will also not ping the Discord, but make the announcement on the Discord when we do stuff. Okay, here we go. I think we're gonna go for either 30 or 40 just to round it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hugs? Yay! Yay for hugs. Also, let me pause for a second. Tien, I might just have one illustration of Lily 0.1 out there. I'll see if I can't find it in, a quick matter of time. If I can, I will definitely shoot that your way. So let me see. What would I have done with it? Where would it now exist? Did I recover it at one point and then load it into my commission folder on my last PC? And if I did, the name would be under Guy Noob. Okay. These are the full res files. So this might be difficult to send because I don't have the nitro that gives me more memory. But let me see if I can't just drag and drop these to you if you're curious. Oh, I guess basic nitro also has memory for uploads or files. I think it's up to 30 and then 500 if you have the good nitro. But there's an example. Maybe not the best image because I don't think I have the Wait, who did I just send this to? To Tian? Good. I was gonna be like, this would be really weird if I sent this to somebody else. Because she's kind of half untrust. But oh wait, I think I also have the Tando image as well. That one's been shared before. Let me find the one that had the eye correction. So there you go, Tian. That is 0.1 Lily. We can call that the Alpha Lily, I guess. Okay, so we were at 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. Also, I'll show you guys the image in just a second. At least what I can of it that's safe enough. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. In the meantime, how has everybody's weekend been so far? Have you done anything fun? Anything crazy? Did you get to see, you know, I'm not sending you unsolicited nudes. I'm sending you artwork. Actual drawn artwork, yes. It's a little risque, yes. There may be a lack of clothing here and there, but you got exactly what you asked for. Maybe not exactly how you wanted it presented, but you did get what you asked for. You know? 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Let's just do, well, no, 5 more. Alright, I shall accept. Yay! 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Here's the even funnier thing, Tian. Lily has had even older designs. So we can say there's 0.01, 0.001, and those are designs that I definitely do not have anymore. Lily's first design was done 20 years ago. Lily 0.1, or the Lily that I just sent you, and we'll put on the screen in just a second, was, I think, my 2014, 2015 version of Lily. There's a chance I could dig something up really cursed, but it would require me to recover a lot of emails, to recover a super ancient and probably deactivated DeviantArt account. I kind of don't want to go back there. You know what I mean? Project your mind to stream? I mean, that's one idea. So, let me see. Did I already close that folder? Yeah, I closed the folder. It's not too late. Take one of the cloves out of the bulbs. Peel the skin off. And then you can slice the fleshy part thin before sampling. Okay, guys, I think we'll be doing a little bit of a hand cam stream because Colors has given us the instructions. Hey there, Colors, how are you doing? Welcome back. And okay, give me one moment. Let me show chat the whatchamacallit. I'm going to copy. I'm gonna probably crop the image first. But I'll be cropping a copy of it, I guess. Except there's one part of it like it's obviously wow, there's like no way to save this without overcropping. I feel like I've at least posted the image somewhere. You guys will... I'll post this again somewhere. I don't know when or know where, but give me a moment. I'll show you... What do we call this? Do we just want to go with 0.1 Lily? Should we go with Alpha Lily? Does anybody have a suggestion? This was also Lily before the change to the eyebrows as well. Okay, let me go and drag the image in. If anybody is familiar with the artist called Tondo, you may have seen this at some point in your life. It's not the full image, don't ask what the hands do. It's not NSFW, but it's 2 NSFW for Twitch. Is streamer in alpha? I don't know. Maybe I'm an Omega or an Omega. But yeah. This was when the ears were... Well, in this case, they were drawn a little bit too cat-like. They weren't meant to be like that. But the build, the outfit, everything was about the same. You can even see, yeah, the skirt was on the shorter side. There was traditional brown loafers. The tail, I don't remember if it was just made bigger or was bigger and then drawn smaller. But the striped socks did carry over to V1. It's just I went with blue and white. But I also like black and white, I'll be honest. Show us the butts design? Not on stream. But there is ass in this photo, yes. There is ass. But you'll have to find that off stream. So, give me one moment. Let me go find the garlic. So, peel, very thin cut of the flesh, and then taste. I don't need to wash it. Or that's why you peel it. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I'm right back. Let's take a seat. I like... There's like other faces I can do that get tracked correctly by the V-Bridger. But because V1 didn't have V-Bridger, it's almost like I make 2 different faces all at the same time, like watch. Now both are being tracked by V-Bridger. The thing is, V1 didn't have V-Bridging blend shapes. Irritations of the Fox. Iterations. Ashley, you want me to send you the whole thing? I have to go and find the image again, but it should be in my history. Anybody's like, you didn't send, it's like I posted it in places where more people have seen it. But if anybody's like, well, I want to see it again, just poke me. Just poke me on Discord. I don't mind to share it on Discord because it is not NSFW. It's risque though. Okay. Require slumber? Have a good sleep. Have a good dream. And have a good day to the start of the week. We'll be seeing you, TN. Night night. Confirmation. Let me turn my keyboard around. Webcam, come here. Webcam. Which source was that again? This one. Okay. Yes, I have the femboy shooting. So garlic. So we just peel it, like all the flaky stuff off. Let me know if I do anything wrong. Colors. You could even start like with one of these little pieces. Oh wow, it peels down a lot, doesn't it? Okay, so parts of this are like, there's a little bit of like soft white stuff and a little bit of soft gray stuff. I'm also getting a bit of a smell. That's normal, right? Like this looks normal, right? Where's the little piece you're holding out to is one of the clove. Oh, okay. I know nothing about garlic, so that's why I was like so confused. So these are the cloves, and the entire thing is a bulb, which is a collection of the bulbs. So would I ideally want to wash this in like water to scrub down some of the powdery gray and white parts? Or is that safe to eat, normal to eat? So you eat it with the little powdery stuff on the outside too, then? Think you need to peel more? Okay, so what if I just broke it in half? Am I looking for something specific on the inside? Or just trying to get to the inside? For some reason, I thought clovers were meant to be more white on the center. It looks sauce, as in do not eat. Hold on. Licking it doesn't really give off like a sense of taste or anything. Firm, not squishy? Oh. Hmm. I think this one is a little more firm. Like you can even see the white coming through on like this one. Yeah, it does feel more promising too. I can tell from like where we broke off the one tip, there is a bit of brown like going on the inside. So it might be better just to like probably cut. It's at least firm enough that we have to suggest cutting instead of just snapping it like the other one. Yeah, like I was starting to wonder, is that like kind of like the powdery stuff more like mold or something else? Oh, this one seems to be true down. So no brown, just the little tip was kind of brown. This one even has like a tad bit of green. And I feel like I can smell something that smells like refreshing instead of cursed. Okay, so I guess the idea for this would be to cut like a little piece of the center out to eat. How would you go about this from here? Maybe just bite into it like this? Or would you cut like a piece of this out? Like slicing a cucumber? Doesn't matter too much? Then I guess the best way to go about it is I'll cut off some of the pieces of the ends. And then I'll cut down a little bit long ways, just so we don't get too much of the skin if there's any skin residual. There's actually a little piece tearing off right here. I'll go and try it. It kind of bites a little like an onion, just a little bit. Hot. Not hot, but like... My tongue felt like it took a little bit of a pinch. Like it's got like, it's not like a spice, but it's like, depending on where it's at, it like burns just a little. But like in a good way. Also, hey Maru. Yeah, we spun the wheel. And we got the try garlic. Raw garlic. It was suggested by Colors for a little like... We're trying it out a little. Hold on. It's a little bit of an experience. Yeah. It's because it was like a incentivized kind of wheel spin. Not like a incentive, but like somebody's like, hey, you should do this. As a, like a little challenge to the wheel thing. I will say, it maybe not too much flavor, but like... It's an experience. There's like maybe a hint of spice. It burned a little bit here and there. It's kind of fine. It's not bad. But, like, after swallowing it, I just kind of feel like... I don't know, is this weird kind of pressure? Just like, I feel like I'm burning up from the inside. Is that a good sign? Is it supposed to be like a aromatic kind of... Am I supposed to feel weird? It was an interesting experience. So I guess the real question is... is it meant to just be eaten like that? Should this, like... To not waste food, like, what do we do beyond this? Haha, no worries. Don't swallow too early. Also, that's might be causing like a little bit of I guess the sensation is kind of maybe reminiscent of heartburn, which would make sense because that's why some people don't like too much garlic on pizza. But I love garlic on pizza. Anything you can throw in. So you just cut it in pieces. Do you grate it? Do you grind it? Do you dry it out, turn it into a powder? Actually, because I bought a big pack of these because they were like on sale for like, I forget. But I guess I need to take the time to prepare them. No worries. But yeah, I'll show the hands here in just a minute. I just, you know, I'd want to wash them first. Cut to pieces, but anything works. Crushing is common. Okay. I'll put this off to the side. And when I have time to look at it, I'll figure out, because I don't want them to go to waste. They look hella soft. Don't worry, I get compliments on them all the time. So give me just one moment to clean up my hand. That was an interesting thighs. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to show off my big thighs. The meaty thighs. I must have hit the webcam or something, but I mean... you guys will see them in the thing, but yeah, you can see the bare thighs just... webcam, can you... Look down. It'd be self-conscious if I have my thigh on the screen. I don't mind them being big, it's just that they're not meant to be the screen. But I mean, in the future we're going to be doing a cosplay for Sucrose. So if you know Sucrose's design, you will see thigh. When we do there'll be photos and I'll also be wearing it on stream. But like, I probably won't be doing like face reveal. If I do, and I can tidy up the room for it, or get a green screen. I might get like a mask, face mask, something, but you will get thigh. You will get thigh. Yeah, I think I forget when, but we all like did a day where we posted this and that. And since then, I've not taken any new photos, despite, you know, the improved care and, you know, What is it? The development of the whatever. My body's in better shape since then. That's all I'm gonna say. A great day when it happens. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. So yeah, these are my hands. This is the shirt. I like to do that just a little bit, but yeah, I always get like, I don't know, just compliments on it. I've cut my nails since like the first time we kind of showed these off, just because I had to go out do real life businessy stuff. But we do a couple of hand cam things just as part of the like anniversary itself and stuff like that, like fidget spinner for example. But I don't know if we're gonna be doing much hand cam after the anniversary, but it's been so fun that I do want to bring it back. I'm not sure the best way to handle it just yet. Now, there might be one idea of maybe mixing hand cam and ASMR, like the 3DO mic, but I'm also like, I don't want my head or face shown. So I'm kind of like, because like, how do I describe, like, I either bend into the ear, bend into the other ear, and meh. Is that my headset? I might not be too bad off. We'll figure it out. But I do want to keep the hand cam stuff. I don't know how I'm going to do it as stream content in the future. I might just maybe have to get a science kit. You've seen some of those VTubers who do like get a science kit as a... Oh god. Guys? That might be a fun idea for one of our things. So what's the next one after 2875? At 3125, I could suggest maybe doing like a science crystal, sugar crystal, rock breaking, any kind of like, you know, kids science or chemistry set things to do as a hand cam stream. But like that's just an example for that. But I meant like, what would we do as like hand cam stuff in the future? That's what I'm starting to wonder about, because I don't mind doing them. People seems to like really like the hands. People have said well, not the cosplay. Like I've done just normal photos of myself. I've not done cosplay yet. But you know, the femboy thing isn't a joke. Cooking, baking, I would love to do those, but that would be difficult, cause we're limited to this. We're also limited to moving the camera up or down. I don't necessarily, like I said, want my face on the stream per se. I might not be completely against that in the future, but we'll wait on that. But like, I wouldn't be able to bake here. I wouldn't be able to cook here unless it was something like, you know, could be done here. Like for example, give me a second. If we just did like a cup noodle stream. Like, you see what I'm suggesting. It'd have to be, maybe not this basic, but it would have to be doable within our confines. I can't just yoink my PC into the kitchen. Lego could be an option. I would want to try to set up the webcam a little bit better. Maybe switch to the other one, and like, I'd want to angle it. I would probably want to move my tablet, maybe push my Switch dock back just a little bit, and then like just slowly move things forward a little bit. However, I will say there's also one other thing to where the hand cam would be available 24/7. There's a game controller I would like to get at some point in the future. Not suggesting anything, but I'm just saying, if and when that ever happens, there's a game called Sound Voltex that has its own custom controller. And they're perfect for, like, you've probably seen if people know who Shimo is and whatnot, she'll do the hand cam and the dials and everything like on her stream and whatnot. I'd be able to do the same basically. I feel like it'd be a missed opportunity not to turn on a hand cam stream while playing something like that, and then we would go from there. I feel like, I'm not sure like what the main limitations. Like obviously low face, confidence. I don't have a bad face. I've shown it to people that I trust. I'm not against that. It's just like, it's not so much the immersion break. It feels weird. I guess it would feel weird to suddenly, oh, I'm doing IRL streaming, and I'm just like, that's not the content that I've been providing, and it's just like, you know, my mind feels weird about the concept or idea of it. So we've done a couple of spins, we've done a couple of redeems, we've done this and that. So just to recap, there will be more handcam stuff. I don't know how, but there are certainly ideas for it. There will be cosplay stuff and other fanboy goodness and dies provided sometime in the future. We're getting there. I'm gonna wait to spin the wheel again. And yes, guys, we're going to get to Pokemon. I really want to get back to Arceus. That game is amazing. So I am going to go ahead and flick the timer again, though. So we will spin it again in 20 minutes. Also, my dumbass forgot to add the squats from earlier. Don't worry. I didn't forget. There's a reason I do a specific number of squats. That way when I see, did we add squats, is like, yes, because I went up a certain number. That way I wouldn't forget what number we were supposed to go to. But yeah, we're officially going into Arceus now. Fanboy goodness, you're here for that? Yay! Also, welcome in, Cheeky. How are you doing today? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Yeah, we're just about to start the good old Arceus. So as soon as it gets going... That was me. Don't worry about it. Where's the source? There it is. Switch. What? Capture card Elgato 360. 60? No, it's HD 60s. Perfect scores at the range. Yay! Nice. Congrats. 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 I really do want to get into taking more photos again, though. I'm just waiting. Well, I was waiting, but at the same time now it's kind of like, well, I could do it, but it's also like it takes so long to actually prep for a photo session. And I do need to get a proper camera or something like that in the future. But for the time being, we're good to go. I don't remember where we left off, but I do know we could just be following the... What is it? Go and meet Mai. Right. The Diamond Clan. So let's go ahead and go this way. Also, the BGM that made me stop and listen for a little while yesterday is back on. As I was talking with Solva, the music in this game is really good. Okay, maybe it's not this one. We're getting close to it, I think, because it's nighttime. What range, by the way? Archery? Firearm? What kind of archery? I mean, you know what I mean. Who are you? There are many strong Pokemon that make their home on the other side of this bridge. She's got a Munchlax. I can't let you pass unless you're a first. Oh. At your rank, you should be fine. Go on. Don't let your guard down now. Retreat to safety if you find yourself in trouble. And he just GTFOs. Zubat! I want a Crobat. I gotta have my Crobat. He's like my OG number 2. He was my number 1, then Sylveon came out, And then Meowscarada took number 2 and moved Crobat to number 3. Over here. You'll be back in a bit, no worries. Have a good time. Say hello to the other streamer as well. I didn't miss that. I don't want to keep you too long either. But Lego is also... Hey, guys. Lego, Chemistry Sit, thank you so much for the suggestions. We have 2 more ideas we can put on the thing. Earlier, later... Keep the ideas coming. I forget, we hand cam as well now. I have a lot more ideas that I can put for these incentives, or even just ideas I want to do in general. My 2 favorite femboys are streaming. Oh, the other one's a femboy? Who? The other femboy. I like knowing more femboys. This here is Lily Moetsky. I mean, this here is Moetsky, not... I am the fox on the screen, and I am a dumbass today. My, a new face in the village. Not that it matters to me if you're new. If you're here, I assume you're prepared to be of help. The Pastry Prince. Looky just like you. I'll keep the name in mind. I'll pull that up over in Google for later. Bitrate is red. No. Twitch is still being dumb today somehow. Yeah, my little thing saying unstable connection. I'm looking at OBS. It's like, I've not dropped a single frame. Are you okay? Are you okay? Average stream bitrate too high. I've dropped it to... Guys, do you have quality options right now? Are they still doing this? No, we have quality options, but like... Oh, guys. I think I might know what's going on. Twitch may have lowered the bitrate cap for non-partners. I need to look at that later. Not today, though. But I'm going to write down... I just need to start writing down in a notepad. Because if I don't write them down, I'll never remember. Check. Twitch. Upload. Changes. Possibly? Question mark. Cat. Also, let me drink some Monster. I still got the garlic in my mouth. Or not the piece of garlic, but the taste. The taste is actually kind of pleasant. It was a bit of a Bernie going down, but like... The aftertaste just develops, and it's like... It's making me really hungry for heavy garlic pizza. Now... Who remembers also... I took a drink of Monster and my mouth set itself on fire. Is that normal? Also, my water drink doesn't taste normal. My sense of taste is, not the same. Colors, what have you done to me? I've had minced raw garlic as a topping on tomatoes. Very strong, but in a good way. I'd be interested in trying that. Guys, I'm gonna take me a cough drop, a Ricola. Not just for my throat's sake, but to try to cleanse my palate. Who remembers when Pizza Hut had, what was it called again? Twisted garlic crust pizza? They gave so many people heartburn, but I loved the stuff. It was so garlicky. It was so good. So who are you? I am one of the wardens of the Diamond Clan. You may call me Mai. I suppose you might not even know what a warden is, if you're new to Hisui. But such talk can wait. Right now, I'd rather we get straight to the point. I have a problem that I need help solving. So the more important question is this. Do you feel confident that you can lead your Pokemon in battle? I do. Garlic mellows out a bit and loses a lot of the bite edge when you cook it. Oh. And I can see why sometimes in some dishes or cuisines, they will offer like optional crushed garlic on the side as like a garnish or a topping. It's because it does lead to varying flavor profiles, I think is the terms they use. That's good to hear. That security corpse of yours certainly wasn't up to the task. Here is my partner, Munchlax. We were raised together like siblings. He battles at my side by choice, without needing any silly little balls like you to use. Now watch and learn. Oh, battle time? Alright, let's see what your little dude's made of. Oshawott, it's time to battle. We'll do sword dance. Do an agile Aqua Jet just to get the extra turn. Cute glasses, I'm a sucker for glasses. But they're the big round ones without the arms. I'd prefer them to have the arms, but in this time, people that do use glasses, they actually have like straps instead of arms. At least one character has shown that they do that. And I'm kind of like, I wish that was an option. Doing a lot of damage, isn't it? Luxio, you're on up next. Oh, if you're fast enough, you can go immediately after you switch in. This is a big boy, isn't he? Hopefully the battles will introduce like larger teams and whatnot. Mun. You really aren't one of the usual Galaxy buffoons if you can defeat my partner. Well fought, Munchlax. I'll take care of the Pokemon that battled for us. Dun dun da da dun. And I'll let you have these. You people make all kinds of things with your craftings, don't you? These should prove to be useful materials. Apricorn, Vivichoke, Revive. You and your Pokemon fought well together. You practically acted as one with them. Rather like the legendary hero of old, the one we tell stories of to our children. I think you are indeed the one for the job. You see, I need someone to deal with an alpha Pokemon causing trouble upon Deer Track Heights. It's a large, fearsome foe, like any alpha, but you'll come, won't you? To Deer Track Heights? God's calling me. Give me a moment. Your ARC phone is beeping. Is that strange thingy gummy of yours telling you to go somewhere? My, that is some curious sort of map. Is that one of those Galaxy Team inventions that I keep hearing about? It certainly does seem to show us the way to Deer Track Heights, up ahead of us. I'll leave this bit to you. You shouldn't have any problem handling the Alpha. It seems you're quite the asset to the Survey Corps, new one. Though, before we continue, I must ask, do you already know about the almighty Sinnoh? The continent? Yeah? My, how about that? Though I'm not certain you've been told the true story. The true story is this. Almighty Sinnoh steers all time. It's said to have created the very universe, using its power over time's flow. And this land of Hisui was born in the process. It's by the grace of the almighty Sinnoh that Pokemon can live and thrive here. We of the Diamond Clan are descendants of a people who crossed the sea and settled here in the Hisui region to venerate almighty Sinnoh. However, it stole away from the world long ago, hiding itself from our sight. The almighty Sinnoh has only rarely been seen by a human. Any human, if the old tales are to be trusted. But there are still Pokemon here today in Hisui with a connection to almighty Sinnoh. I'm gonna call that something else as soon as she keeps saying it. And it is the duty of the wardens like myself to attend to their needs. The Pokemon that graces Deer Track Heights is one of those few honored. It is directly descended from a Pokemon that was blessed with the almighty Sinnoh's protection. Follow me and you may understand. Make your way into Deer Track Heights. Also, that Zubat is not getting away from me. I want Zubat. Luxio, bite but do not kill. Next time, I will hit it in the back of the head. Any other sexy Zubats around that want to be my Crobat? Oh wait, the tree that I need to gather stuff is that one. Oh, there's another one. Turn around. God damn it. Ah! It still did a backstrike somehow. Hit it with Aqua Jet. Pokeball, go, go, go. To be the master of a Pokemon. God, who remembers the what is it? The Pokemon vocal tracks from Indigo League. They did a one-off album called To Be a Master. I forgot the release date, but it was either 2000 or before 2000. It had all sorts of crazy songs that were just like, you know, kind of insane for its time. To be a master, Pokemon master. That song. I think that was the leading song, but I might be wrong. It might have been the Pokemon opening or the Pokemon that led the album. It had all sorts of other songs like, what was it? What was another song? Okay, there's the music that I stopped to listen to. Also, holy fuck, the sky is beautiful. This game was... Guys, I'm sorry. I may have insulted the game, like, unintentionally and totally not that I wanted to. When I said the game was, it's been out for so long, people said it looked like a little bit of a beta test, and I was like, okay, I want it, but it's not $60 want. I would pay full price for this game. I've not seen the full extent of this game, but it deserves its full price tag. I'll also say this. It deserves its full price tag more than Scarlet and Violet does. Which, if I may say, I don't think they truly deserve their full price tags. God damn it. Oh, I did not know they could do that. I did not know they could put you to... Oh my god, don't tell me. Pokemon lore is so true that Drifloons will put you to sleep, abduct you, and kill you. Like they do in the story. Oh, that's awesome. Because I forgot some Pokemon actually do kill humans, like as part of their lore, and I'm just like, I just about got killed like they do in the lore. I'm just like, wait a second. This is a Pokemon game. Now, obviously, you faint because you're the player character, but you get to begin to understand that Pokemon do straight up, you know, can kill people. I like this game. Who else likes this game? Oh no, not Hypnosis. Wait, so do status effects clear? That probably have to go to like a rest stop. Let's find out. Bidoof, are you still asleep in the party? I should try to get good at like non-zooming in aim. Trick shots. Oh my god, the little piano roll right there. That gave me the chills because it's like the piano sounded like the start of what was it? I Will Survive? Like an oldie kind of song, like I will survive. Na 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 na. The piano starts with a similar chord progression. It's like do 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 do. At first I was afraid, I was petrified. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. I can be a bit of a boomer sometimes. That was the timer for the wheel spin. Oh boy. We doing hillbilly stuff? Alright. Let me get that right back on the timer. Go right back out west, wherever we're going and stuff like that. Hang tight, y'all. Be right back in Texas or some shit like that, you know? I swear. I ain't that good at it, but I'll give it a shot. How about that? We going northwest before we going south. Alright. That there's a Pokemon trainer looking for some help. Let's go see what he needs real quick. I'll just say this. Y'all get too tired of this, y'all just let me know. We can supplement another kind of voice. Or whatever you all feels like hearing and stuff like that. Just let me know. You seem this... What is that? Geodude! Geodude. Is he aggressive? Anyways, what do you want? What do you want, my friend? I forgot to do the accent just then. Sorry about that, y'all. Bjorn? Ho there. Mind helping a guy out? I'm after some cherry berries. You know 'em? The red shiny ones? They grow on some of the trees around here, but I don't have any Pokemon that can reach them for me. You're back. Welcome on in, Maru. How are you doing? You doing all right today, darling? We did a bit of a spin just a little bit ago. So we got that southern, what is it again? The southern accent stuff. You know, I ain't that great at, but like, we do it as a little bit of a thing. A thing, as y'all call it out in South, stuff like that. So it's just one of those things. It's just one of those little, like, I guess we can say it's a bit of an attempt to sound like we're some kind of redneck. It's almost like, man, we're trying to make fun of rednecks, but we can't even sound like them. So we just do it for fun. We just do it for fun now. That's where you come in, friend. Throw out one of your Pokeballs to a berry tree, and your Pokemon will be able to grab the berries for you. Now, be sure the Pokeball you throw has a Pokemon in it. Mind, it'd be a shame to waste an empty ball. If you get your hands on 3 of those cherry berries you get, I'll tell you another handy tip. The tree that bears berries. But yeah, how's it going? Here's your berries, my man. Oh, I've already got 'em. Here you go. Fresh straight from the crop. You handed over 3 cherry berries. Thanks. Now then, here's what a handy tip I was talking about. You can throw a berry near a wild Pokemon to grab their attention and keep them distracted. Why not give it a try on some of the Kricketot around here? He gave us 15 balls. Ain't he a generous old one? Alright, you're gonna look at me, then I'm gonna look at you, little Geodude. Geodude. I think we should use this bite scale. I'd have you a good sleep. Y'all get some sleep now, okay, Maru? Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams, buddy. We'll see you around again another time. Until next time, sleep well and have a good Monday. You got class in the morning? And hadn't been sleeping? Aw, then definitely go get you some sleep, darling. Don't stay up too late. We'll see you again, yeah? We'll see you around, we'll see you again. Ain't no problem, we'll see you again. Man, it's only like 45 degrees outside, I missed it. But I guess somebody's got like the house cooking like an oven. Cause my air conditioner, it keeps on turning on. It's like, I'd turn it off, but I feel like that sucker would just like turn up to 70 real quickly. I'd start sweating, I'd be like, bro, I really need to turn on some air. Have a good sleep. Have a good sleep, youngin', yeah? Geodude. Double Geodude? Oh, that's right. Pokemon can swarm you in this game, apparently. Now, I don't know if AoE is a thing or not. But, yeah. If they want to play rough, then Tiger Rough. I don't even know what that's supposed to be a commercial for, but it's in the back of my memory for some reason. I need to start crafting some more balls. The fun thing is you can preemptively get into the grass just in case. Why is the wheel on screen? Because I'm a bit of a dumbass. I'm sorry about that, y'all. We did get the hillbilly thing going and just whatnot. So, let me make sure the timer is going. But, yeah. Thank you so much, Jen. I forgot all about checking OBS. I was just so, like, what was it? I was just so damn excited to get back into this game, start catching them Pokemon. This game's just too fun. It's just too fun. And, like, it's definitely become a big addiction of mine. And it's like, oh no, you gotta be responsibilities. You gotta be responsible. You gotta make sure your screen's, like, doing the computer things that the kids do these days. Thank you for the head pass, Jen. But yeah. So, I was excited to get back into the video game. I'm glad somebody noticed, though. I'm glad somebody noticed what's going on. I really do need my moderators to keep an eye on me. I am so bad at this sometimes. Anyway. What else can we do with our Oshawott before it gets done here? 3 more Aqua Jets. And we can even use them in strong style. I need to complete some of its stuff before we consider to evolve and stuff. Strong style. Oh no! Ran away? How could you, little one? Anyway, let's use a potion, because that's a lot of damage. Let's see. Who else we got on the team we need to use in battle? Different forms. Starly. Need to defeat a little bit more Starly. Pichu, Luxio. I guess we just need to find us some new ones, don't we? Start adding them into the Pokedex. Kinda like, what the hell is that thing on the ground? Don't look at me, Geodude. Don't look at me, Geodude. You can't see me. I can see you. Of course you would. You wanna do this the hard way? I'll do it the hard way. What are you, John Cena? That's a funny interpretation of that, yeah? I don't know. Do not know, but I guess if I can imitate it, maybe. We can try. We can try. Try again till you can't try no more. Great dust. Is this just on the ground? How do I... Oh, we got full bags. We need to pull out just a little bit. What one was it again? So, we got way too many items going on. Huh. Now, the real question is, what do we want to do about this? I could probably compress the heavy balls and make some room. Which screen is that? Lost and found. Oh, that's if we do the internet connection, stuff like that. I ain't got connection turned on just yet, just because I don't feel like putting that adapter into my Switch right now. You don't get a good connection upstairs. Surveyed hips. Game controls. Settings. Survey. What am I looking for again? I need to access the crafting menu. How do I do that again? I think we just go to the craft. Yeah, that's where we go. I never used it straight from the menu, so that makes sense. That makes sense. I guess it'd make more sense if we made more balls too. We're running out of room. Make more balls. Balls. Storage. Store the balls. Anywho. We gotta go up that way pretty soon. That grit dust, I kinda wanna go ahead and use it. Be really good if we start focusing on the attack stat of the Oshawott. Alright. Where to next? I swear these little statues feel like they would do something. Now I know they want us to go this way, but right before then... Is that a stand there? Also, just how far can we chuck our balls? That one has a pretty big hitbox. Well, that was worth a shot. You gotta try all you can try. I hit him with an agile style, Oshawott. Mud slam. Wait a second. How does that work? Hit him again. I guess it gives him like an evasion buff or something. Ah, you gotta defeat it with water type moves. And we're already doing that. Nice. What the fuck was that sound? That's a... What's that thing called again? Parasite? No, not parasite. Parasect. It's just, I don't want to dive down there just yet, because I might get my ass killed or something like that. So... We need to downsize our inventory here in just a little bit. Which way are we going next? Let's go back just a little bit. Oshawott, I know you can't evolve. But do I want to gather any more data before that? Hold on. This Geodude wants to go down. Strong style. That's a lot of damage. Oh, it's dropping items, but I don't got room for items, do I? Oh, it's because we have more apricots in our inventory. So go ahead and grab the ball of mud. Gather some more cobblestone. I can't resist. Gonna be lurking. No worries, Jen. No worries at all. Thank you so much for doing moderation. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for helping out. It means a lot to me, you know? It really does. So have you a good Sunday afternoon, a good Sunday evening, or whatever happens to be for you. Now, let's see. Oshawott, you're level 10. I say it's safe to go and turn and stuff like that. Water Pulse, Slash, we ain't got moves like that just yet. Unless... Let me look at something real quick. Okay. So, it ain't got them just yet. Probably need to learn them. But instead of doing it that way, I kinda just want to go ahead and let it evolve. Oshawott, use evolution. Become Darwin. I'm also doing it because it's, first evolution looks pretty smug. Pretty, I'm a Chad kind of otter. Your Oshawott evolved into a Dewott. Do what? Do what? I'm sorry, I had to. Still has the same move, so that's perfectly fine. Yay! Yeah, he's got that kind of face. Oh god. I'm gonna wait just a little while before I spin the wheel again. Hip leaping is kind of fun, but it makes me worried sometimes. Like, whatchamacallit? Squat? I can do a squat in place of not spinning the wheel. And let's see. So here's what'll happen. Let's do some squats to add to the counter. Let's use the rush gem after that. Then I'll hit the timer for 20 minutes and we'll spin again after that. So there are actually more squats on the wheel if they land there. But we do need to go ahead and fulfill our squat prophecy. So let me scoot back just a little bit. And here we go. I promise I'll stop doing that accent in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll do 20. I had an idea. Since a lot of the stream is like kind of marathon, but like activity going on during a marathon, I kind of want to start changing up things a little bit, kind of like we did last year. I think 9 or 10 o'clock is a pretty good time to be like, during the course of the marathon, this time will be reserved for something specific. Like tonight's gonna be the ASMR, and then we can mix it. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. I think there's one other thing I need to do real quickly. Hmm. Alright, sorry for the silence. Updated the counter. Did squats. Okay, starting timer. So let's play the game. I might need to get me a little bit of a snack. Alright, I got the white cheddar popcorn right next to me. Hello. Oh. So even your professor decided to join us? Ooh. Thank goodness. I got here in time. As a Pokemon researcher, I could hardly miss out on a chance to observe an alpha now, could I? I suppose that is your own business. Fine. As long as you stay out of the way. This is Deer Track Heights. This is where I've long come to pay tribute to a special Pokemon. A Pokemon descended from one of the ancients, blessed by the almighty Sinnoh. Deer. That is, not it. That definitely sounded like a Kricketot. That's only a troublemaker, here to disturb the peace with its racket. Those red eyes. And that's what you're here for, Moretsky. To drive that interloper from its place. I'll ensure your Pokemon are ready for the battle. Upon my word, what a large specimen. Little wonder alpha Pokemon are feared across the land as if they're all oversized as one is. Exactly. Not only are they big, though, they are strong and may know moves that others of their kind do not. They're not to be trifled with, let me tell you. Nevertheless, I believe you are stronger than this alpha. So go show it that, beyond any mistaking. Be careful, Noetsky. Size is a potent weapon. In and of itself, no doubt that this alpha has a powerful, hardy foe. If you must face it, make sure your Pokemon have some strong moves at their disposal. Alpha Pokemon. Pokemon whose eyes glow red are called Alpha Pokemon. Alpha Pokemon are larger than others and may know moves that are rare for their species. They appear to be very difficult to catch. Laventon, size matters. Yep. Let's save the game first. I don't think this is admissible, but I'd rather not find out the hard way. It's really fucking big. Whoop. Can I teach you to say plop and sing it? Go on, Bidoof. Action speed in battle.